Hello crafters and welcome to day 2 of the stitch along for this crochet bag. So yesterday we did day 1, which was our row 1. Today we're going to be looking at row 2, which is this blue one here. So this row is made up of double trebles and chains. So all we need to do is take a slip knot on our hook with our next colour, like so. Then you're going to take one of your row 1 pieces and you're going to slip stitch into the space in the corner. So you're not going into the top of the stitch, you're just going into the space in the corner. And you're going to slip stitch by hooking the yarn, pulling it through and pulling it through the loop that's on your hook. Now from here we're going to start our stitches. But just to give you an idea of what's happening, we are going to be doing a double treble followed by a chain all the way around to make up this round. In the corners we're going to be doing that 4 times, and in the top of the clusters that we did yesterday we're going to be doing that 2 times. So it's double treble followed by a chain 4 times in the corners and twice in the tops of the clusters from yesterday. But to start off with, this first corner is slightly different because we've got our chains to start us off. So we're going to start off with a chain of 5, and that is going to act as our first double treble plus a chain. So that's that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So chain 5. Then we're going to double treble. So yarn over twice for a double treble. Put your hook back into that corner space, hook the yarn, pull it through to the front. We're going to yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2 again. And I like to just pull that back so it sits where I want it to be. So this chain is acting as the first one. So that first one would count as your first double treble. And then you've got another one there. We need to follow that with a chain and then another double treble. Followed by a chain, another double treble, followed by a chain. So here, as you can see, we've got what makes up 4 double trebles in the corner. That first one is a chain acting as a double treble. Now we're moving on to the top of our clusters from yesterday, where we're going to do 2 of those, what we've just done there. So they're always followed by a chain, so we need a chain to follow that one. So all of the double trebles are always separated with a chain of 1. So I'm going to yarn over twice for my double treble, and going into the top of the stitch of the cluster that we did on round 1, I'm going to do yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, chain 1, and the same again, back into that same stitch, which is the top of the cluster from yesterday. Okay, so now we've got 2 in the top of that cluster, chain 1, and now we're back into a corner. So we're going to do the double treble followed by a chain 4 times in the corner. So we've got 1 followed by a chain, 2 followed by a chain, 3 followed by a chain, 4 chain, and then you might just want to pull them back a little bit into the corner, and then we're going to go into the top of the cluster from round 1 with 2 of those. So I'm just going to go into there. So you can see on the top that one there, which has got a bit more space to get into. We're going to go into that one. So do 1, 2, followed by a chain, and now we're back at the corner. We're going to do 4 of them, So that's 4 in the corner, all separated by a chain of 1. And now we're back at this one. We're going to do 2 into the top of that cluster from round 1. So there's 1, followed by a chain, 2, followed by a chain. And now we're back at our last corner. So we want 4 into that corner. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And now the last thing we need to do is get into the top of that last cluster from yesterday. So we want 2 into the top of there. So we're going to go 1, followed by a chain, and 2, followed by a chain. And now we're back to the beginning, and we're just simply going to slip stitch into the top of our chain of 5. So actually it's into the 4th chain up. So the 4 chains, they're representing a double treble, and the 1 chain on the top of that, the 5th chain, is representing the chain stitch that separates the 2, which is why we're going to slip stitch into the top of the 4th chain from the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is that one there. So we're going to slip stitch into that chain there. So under that strand and under that strand, I'm going to pick up the yarn, pull it through and through the loop that's on your hook, and that joins the round for you. At this point, you can fasten off. And there's that one. And then you can just sew in your ends. So as we looked at yesterday, you can just sew them in to the areas where there's the most bulk. And then you're going to want to do that to the other 18 middles that you made yesterday, and keep sharing pictures of them on the Ray's Room crafters group. I'm loving seeing pictures of all of your makes so far. And then meet me back here tomorrow, and we will be working on round 3 of our square. So I'll see you then.